goals aren't big enough to get our messages out to a large group of people, and that's when you call in the big guns.
Like an expert with a few books on communications and public relations under his belt, Anthony Mora joined us now to talk about reaching your audience. Anthony, you got to be really specific about your audience, don't you?
Yeah, you have to drill down, and you have to remember that with PR, you're not selling anything. You know, you're not. It's not like selling used tires, or you're telling stories, and the stories give you the credibility. You know, the reason that we focus on PR is it's the only form of marketing that really gives you that validation and credibility of being a news story. So, you know, we work with everything from artists to authors to physicians to attorneys, and they can advertise, but it's going to be so much more powerful if you read a news story about them, because then they're the expert.
It adds credibility then.
It's the credibility,
Okay.
right.
So what are your major goals when you try to lift up one of your clients and provide that public relations tool that you offer?
You know, one is, you know, definitely that credibility factor, the validation factor, but also to meet their markets, and also that sense of trust. You know, because right now it's very hard. We're in the digital age. So a lot of people are thinking, I can do social media, I don't need PR. They're completely different animals. And the most powerful form of marketing is when you meld PR with social media. So if you get a story, LA Times, USA Today, CNN, here, you know, and then you push that through your social media, that's great, because just doing social media can be impactful, but there's so much noise on social media that you can get lost. So what we do is we separate our clients through the media placements.
And what size client would you be interested in? Do you work across a spectrum of clients?
Yeah, we work with everything from individual, you know, work with an individual artist to represent a hospital. But it all comes down the same, where it's effective PR is effective storytelling. So what we're looking for is, how do we tell a story? And before I did this, I used to be a journalist, and I was the editor of a few magazines, and people would pitch me, and the biggest mistake they made is they would pitch me what they found interesting, instead of thinking, what did I find, or what do my readers find interesting? And so that's what we look at, and everybody has a story.
So you're looking for more of the connection, how to connect that person you're promoting to their market.
Yeah, exactly. So that when that reader or that viewer or that listener, you know, sees it, there's like, oh, I understand that. And that's why it's stories oriented. And like, just a couple of quick stories. We're working with one artist who went into Walmart, and he painted people and brands at Walmart. So the pitch became the Warhol of Walmart. And media could go and they could see it, but he was doing something that people could relate to. And he got national coverage, local coverage. We ended up with Time Magazine, NPR. Another one was a very different client, long-term healthcare. And that can be, you know, to the media sometimes depressing, where they see dementia and Alzheimer's, but incredibly important stories. So we did a release on a little dog that was there, and the story became the dog is the employee. And the dog didn't see wheelchairs, the dog didn't see dementia, and it became kind of a warm, fuzzy story and invited the media in.
Yeah.
So again, we were able to get Los Angeles Times, New York Times, Time Magazine. So you've got to think a bit outside of the box.
So tell us about your books and
This is your
where
more
they're
recent
available.
book too, Spin to Win. I love the topic.
Spin to Win.
In PR, you also have to be good at words too.
Well,
I can't come up with this stuff.
Well, yeah, because you want to. It's true that less is more. And what I'm trying to do with these books is, if you can't afford a PR firm, don't wait. And everybody, the thing is that people think, well, celebrities need to market, politicians need to market, everyone needs to market. And nowadays, you have a brand whether you want one or not. Everyone's on social media. So either you're going to control your brand or your brand's going to control you. So with these books, I'm trying to give people some of the tips and some of the secrets if they can't afford a firm.
Other than buying Spin to Win, maybe on Amazon,
Yeah.
how do people get a hold of you?
Anthony Mora, communications. And if they want to email me, it's anthonym@anthonymora.com. And be happy to answer anyone's questions.
Wonderful.
Thanks
you
so
for
much.
coming on.
Thank you
Great
so
to have
much.
you.
I really
Exciting
appreciate
subject.
it.
Yeah.
Coming up, she's an amazing entrepreneur who also is on a mission to save Louisiana.
Shauna Forrestal joins us next to talk about her work with Launch Louisiana to help those devastated by the flood. Next.
Retirement's getting closer and closer, but admit it, you're still putting off the planning, right? EH Financial can help you plan ahead to sustain your golden years. Our wealth management and financial planning services are growing in the San Gabriel Valley. And because everyone's situation is different, we'll come up with an investment, estate, or tax plan that works for you. Stop procrastinating. Call us today or visit our website, ehfinancial.com. Don't worry, we'll be there for you every step of the way.